what is the lineage of flower essences? Like, how did it come about? Who was the first person that was like, "Hey, this flower,
Mhm.
has this special property and it's going to help you express your emotions more." I'm just so curious how things come about.
Yeah, it's a really great question. Lineage is so important. It's so important to look at lineage. If you look around the world, you see evidence of it everywhere on every continent. You see it in Africa, you see it in Australia. The Aborigines were like sucking the dew drops off of bush lollies. You see it in Central America. The medicine women, after women would give birth or men would come back from war, or people would have these huge transformational moments. They would have you select flowers, soak them in the sunlight, and then dump that water over your head. You see it in the Himalayas. I just got back from 6 weeks in the Himalayas. And when yogis and yoginis would go into their solitary cave retreats, they would sometimes take a substance called chulen, which is like the concentrated essence of flowers and stones and crystals. And then you see it in Europe, like around 13th, 14th centuries. Like if you've heard of Paracelsus, some of the great alchemists and doctors of that time, they were recommending their patients every morning to go out into the wild and look for specific flowers and drink the dewdrops from the tops of them. That obviously has its limitations. Like I live in the desert. We don't have much dew here. Modern day, like we're not foraging for flowers every morning. So luckily in the 1930s, a doctor by the name of Dr. Edward Bach, he was in the UK. You might have heard of him. He was actually an MD, and he went through this process of getting frustrated with the limitations of allopathic medicine, and then he became a homeopathic doctor. And then he kind of got frustrated with homeopathic medicine limitations. And then he just like, the way I understand it is he just like opened up his door to his backyard and looked at all the beautiful flowers and was like, this is it. We need to get to the root cause of why all of these things manifest in the physical body. And this is the solution for the root cause. He collected 40 some flower essences from his back meadows and figured out how to scale dewdrops. How do you get it into a bottle? It's similar to the homeopathic process, although slightly different, so that we can then consume it or put it around or in or somehow in our energetic system so that it creates enough of like you think of like a musical instrument, tuning the instrument so that we're constantly tuning to our like truest harmonics.